Wagwan FPL, yes right there, you know. It's the wrap up, week 32. You done know. Yes right there, you know. Let's get into it. My prediction for West Ham versus Wolf. I predict this game right here. West Ham was going to take it 2-1. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was West Ham took this game right here 4-0. This was a very big win right here for West Ham at the bottom of the table right here, fighting to stay up. This was a very big win for them right here, 4-0, put some pressure on Tottenham. So let's talk about the players that we should have in our squad. For West Ham, no, we have Bowen. You could see that Bowen was the general with all that stars right there. He's in form. His price is 7.6. So we know that Bowen is the general. He's a forward. We also got another forward right there, Pablo. He's not in form, but he was able to get an assist right there. We also got a defender on the list right there. He's way up there in form. His price is 4.4. We got another forward right there that's in form right there. His price is 5.5. And you know when you got a clean sheet, you got to talk about the goalkeeper. The next game for West Ham is against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is also coming off for a win. I think this game right here is going to be a very interesting game right here. The next game going against Crystal Palace. But I would definitely go ahead and put some West Ham players in your squad. You got the defender right there. He's definitely in form. Definitely go ahead and put him in your squad. If you got Bowen's in form, definitely go ahead and start him. Let's get into the next wrap-up. Next wrap-up. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. My prediction, Arsenal was going to take this game right here 2-1. Let's look at the actual result. And when you don't know on my side, this, Bournemouth beat them 2-1. Like I said, man, if you watch my Arsenal video where I was talking about, Arsenal is not performing, go ahead and watch the Arsenal review after this game right here, man. You would see, I talk about Arsenal. I talk about what Arsenal need to do to win the league. But like I said, Bournemouth took this game right here 2-1. We're going to talk about the players that we should have in our squad. The next game for Arsenal is go against City. We all know that. So let's talk about the players that we could start in our squad. You know we got Gyökeres right there. Gyökeres is in form. His price is 8.8. He was able to get a goal right there. And we got Gabriel right there. His price is not 8.8. His price is more likely to 5, but he's in form right there, 6.0. So you could see that Arsenal got a forward and a striker right there. I got an Arsenal review coming up soon to talk about the Champions League match and against City. Just look out for that video right there. We're going to go over all of those games and go over some tactics of what we need to do. But we're going to get into that Bournemouth players that we should think about starting. For Bournemouth, no, we got Scott right there. He's a midfielder. He's in form right there. His price is 5.0. We also got Cooper Jr. Cooper Jr. is doing his thing, man. He's not in form, but he's getting up there. His price is 4.6. We got Tuffer right there. He's in form right there. His form is 6.3. His price is 4.7. And we got Evan Nilsson right there. Evan Nilsson is not in form, but he's a forward. But you can see for Bournemouth right there, Bournemouth got two players that's in form. They got a midfielder and a defender right there if you think about putting them in your squad. Their next game is against Newcastle. Newcastle is the side that's been struggling iffy. You know what I mean? Iffy, up and down. Never know what you're going to get from them. I would definitely go ahead and start my Bournemouth player against Newcastle because Newcastle is the side that can't really find it right now. They're up and down. You got players like Scott right there, and you got player like Tufa right there. That's in form right there. So we're going to go ahead and get into the next wrap-up. Next wrap-up, we have Brentford versus Everton. My prediction, Everton was going to take this game right here 1-0. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was this game was a draw game right here, a 2-2 draw game. So let's talk about the players that we should start in our squad. So no, for Brentford, no. If we have a defender right there, he's a 3-star general. He's in form. He was able to get an assist. And we also got Shade right there. He's not in form, but he's a midfielder. His price is 7.0. But we do got a player that's in form right there. Thiago right there. He's a general, man. 7.7 with all that stars. His price is 7.3. Their next game is against Fulham. Fulham, it's a very tough game, but Fulham is coming off of a loss. So if you have any Brentford players in your squad, definitely go ahead and start them right there. You could see that they got Thiago right there with the striker. Definitely go ahead and start them. We're going to get into the Everton players. For Everton, though, we got O'Brien. O'Brien is a defender. He's not in form. His price is 4.9. We also got Giwi right there. Giwi is in form. His price is 5.4. He's a midfielder. We got Disbrial right there. He's definitely in form. His price right there is 5.1. And we got Beto. Beto is in form. So me, I would definitely right there. You could see that Everton is going against Liverpool. I would definitely go ahead go ahead and get some Liverpool, get some Everton players in your squad. Everton is going well. You got Beto right there you could put in your squad. You got Drewsby all you could put in your squad. You got 2 top players right there, a forward and a midfielder right there you could put in your squad for Everton right there. But we're going to get into the next wrap-up. Next wrap-up. Whoa, look at this one right here. We have Burnley versus Brighton. My prediction, I thought Brighton was going to take this game right here 2-1. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was Brighton take this game right here 2-0. Let's talk about the players that we should have in their squad. And for Brighton now, we have Wiffer right there. Wiffer right there is the general. He's in form right there. His form is in the 8th. So you know that boy is definitely in form. He was able to get 2 goals. You have a midfielder right there, not in form. His price is 4.8. And you got Crab right there. Crab right there is the general in the midfield. His price is 5.5. And the next game for Brighton's against Tottenham. You know Tottenham is struggling. So I would definitely go in and put Wiffer on my side right there against Tottenham because Tottenham is struggling. Next wrap-up. Liverpool versus Fulham. My prediction, I thought Liverpool was going to take this game right here 3-2. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result, Liverpool took this game right here 2-0. Let's talk about the players that we should have in our squad. For Liverpool, no, we got Wirtz right there. Wirtz is starting off again. You could see that in the beginning of the season, Wirtz was struggling, but at the end of the season, Wirtz is finding it right now. His price is 8.3. You also got Guapo right there. Guapo is another general right there. You got Salah right there. It's another general. And you got Rio. You could see for Liverpool got a lot of midfielder in the squad. And Liverpool is going against Everton next. So Liverpool don't got no players that's in form, though. And Everton have players in form. So I would most likely start my Everton players and say Everton is going to win this game right here against Liverpool. But let's get into the next wrap-up. Next wrap-up. Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. My prediction, I thought Newcastle would took this game right here 3-1. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was Crystal Palace took this game right here 2-1. They was able to beat Newcastle. This is why I said that Newcastle is an up and down side. Team that they should be beating, they're not beating them, and it's kind of hard to predict what's going on with them. But let's talk about the players that we should have in our squad now for Newcastle. For Newcastle, we got a forward right there. He's not in form. His price is 4.0. And you also got Millie right there, midfielder, not in form. That's the reason why Newcastle is losing game, because their players are not in form. Their next game is against Bournemouth. Bournemouth just beating Arsenal. I would definitely go ahead and start my Bournemouth players on my squad, like Cooper Jr., like Tuffer, and any of those players that we show in the earlier video. I would definitely go ahead and start my Bournemouth players. Let's talk about the Crystal Palace players. For Crystal Palace, we got Mateta right there. Mateta is a general, man. He got a lot of stars. His price is 7.5. We got Michel right there. He's a defender right there. He's in form. And we got Lerma. I can't really pronounce his name right now, but that boy is not in form. Their next game for them is against West Ham. Definitely. Right there. You know what I mean? But we're going to get into that, though. Let's get into the next wrap-up. Next wrap-up. Forest versus Aston Villa. My prediction, I thought Forest was going to take this game right here 2-1. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was this game right here was a draw 1 game. Good. Very good win for Forest. We're going to say it's a win for Forest because Forest needs the points at the bottom of the league with Tottenham and West Ham and Leeds down there. And so you definitely know Forest is going to need these points ready to stay up. So let's talk about the Forest players we should have in our squad. Forest got Nico right there as a defender, and they got Hutchinson right there. He's a midfielder right there. Their next game is going against Burnley. Burnley's coming off of a loss, so definitely I would go ahead and start my Forest players. You can look at Nico right there. He's definitely in form. He's a defender you should definitely have in your squad right there. So let's look at the Aston Villa players. Aston Villa got Rodgers right there. He's a midfielder. He's not in form. His price is 5.5. Their next game is against West Ham. So definitely, I would start my West Ham players against these guys. But let's get into the next matchup. Next wrap-up. We have Sunderland versus Spurs. My prediction, Sunderland was going to take this game right here 2-1. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was Sunderland took this game right here 1-0. Wow, very big win right here for Sunderland. Very bad for Spurs because Spurs can't find a win. So let's talk about the Sunderland players that we have in our squad now. For Sunderland, now, we got Diary right there and we got Nordy right there. You can see that Sunderland players are not in form, but they're doing their thing. Their next game is against Aston Villa. So definitely, I will go ahead and pick up some Sunderland players because For Aston Villa, we just showed that game right there. The only players that they got right there is Rodgers, and he's not in form. So definitely, I would go ahead and put the Sunderland players in the squad. You don't know, I said there. Now let's get into the next wrap-up. Next wrap-up, we have Chelsea versus Manchester City. My prediction, Manchester City was going to take this game right here, 2-1. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was very big win right here for Manchester City in that race right there. With Arsenal losing, this did a very big win right here for Manchester City with this 3-0 win. So let's get into the players that we should look into putting in our squad. For Manchester City, we got defender right there. 2 defender on the list right there. Definitely in form. So if you have any of these defender right there, they're playing ball, man. Go ahead and put them in your squad. You can see that they're in form. Their next game is against Arsenal. Me, I'm an Arsenal fan. So look out for that Arsenal video that we're going to talk about. We're going to do some review, the Champions League review and the Premier League review. You don't know, I said that. So let's talk about the midfield. You know, we got Doku and we got Cherky right there. So it's kind of hard for me to say, be biased and say, yo, start Arsenal players. But me, I'm an Arsenal fan. So if you want to pick your Manchester City player, go ahead and do though. So let's get into the next wrap-up. Next wrap-up, we have Manchester United versus Leeds. My prediction, Manchester United was going to take this game right here 2-0. Let's look at the actual result. And the actual result was Leeds took this game right here 2-1. A very big win for them. Being at the bottom of the league, and Tottenham is down there, West Ham is down there, and Forest is down there. So this is a very big win for them, putting heavy pressure in Spurs. So let's talk about the players that we should have in our squad. You could see that we got Fernandes right there. He was a general, man, 9.0. And we got Casemiro right there. 2 general right there in the midfielder. Now, the next game for Manchester United, even though they're coming off a loss, they're going against Chelsea. Chelsea's coming off with a bigger loss. So definitely, you have players that's in form like Fernandes, I would definitely go ahead and put him in my squad and start him. So let's talk about the Leeds players. For Leeds, now, you got Okafor. Okafor is a general, man, with 2 goals right there. He's definitely in form. His price is 5.5. You got Bogu right there, and you got another midfielder, Anderson, right there. Not in form, but like I said, their next game is against Wolves. Bottom of the table, say right there. 2 bottom of the league. Wolves is going down, so maybe they're just playing just to play. But Leeds is playing to survive. So Leeds definitely going to take this game right here. If I have any of these Leeds players in my squad, I would definitely go ahead and start them. You don't know. I just said that. Yeah, man, people. I just said they don't know. Big up yourself, you know. Week 32, the wrap-up. Yeah, man. Look out for the matchup for week 33. You don't know. You don't know. I just said that.